It is my pleasure to welcome you all to our virtual celebration for the class of 2020. We are so happy that families and friends of our graduates have joined us from around the country and the world to celebrate this very important day. Welcome and thank you. And now I will introduce Dr. Michelle Nealon, President of the Chicago School of Professional Psychology.
Thank you, Ms. Marshall. It really is such a wonderful honor and pleasure to be here for our virtual celebration of the Southern California campus's class of 2020. For all the graduates participating today, we truly know that this event is the culmination of several years of study. For your families, this event is the manifestation of their hopes and dreams. And for your wonderful faculty who've toiled alongside you, this event is also a moment of immense pride for them, pride in your accomplishments. Graduations are always wonderful occasions, times to celebrate, a time to reflect, a time to prepare. Advice is always given, stories are always told. We laugh, we cry together, there's applause. And I have no doubt in these Zoom worlds that there will be some technical difficulties, but we will put a smile on our faces and push on through them. Above all, these next moments together will be memorable. And now I would like to introduce your Associate Department Chair, Dr. Tanaz Arteaga.
Thank you, and welcome to all graduates, faculty, continuing students, friends, and family. Today is not the ceremony we may have envisioned, and there will be future opportunities to walk across a physical stage, but I am still honored and beyond excited to be here right now in this moment, celebrating the accomplishments of our first graduating class of the BA Psychology on the Los Angeles campus. As a leader of this department, which I refer to as the BALA, most of you know that I will say whatever needs to be said whenever it needs to be said. Having that level of community and trust has been an essential part of our program. So I've already told our graduates about the great, the good, and the very, very rare, only occasional, not so good areas of improvement. So as I thought about what to say today, I am confident that we've already said a lot to each other as you head to the next part of our life's journey, your life's journey. Some of you are continuing your educational journey here with us. Others have used your accomplishments to improve your current position and careers. Most of all, each of you should know the impact you've made on this program, each other, and on me. I've never hesitated to tell you how very wonderful you all are, or to praise the growth you have achieved throughout this program. It has been my extreme pleasure to guide you along the way. So rather than more words of wisdom, I'm going to start by telling you a story, and then I'm going to speak to each of you directly. So there's this story initially attributed to Apollinaire, where a teacher took a group of students to the top of a cliff. The teacher wanted to show these students the beauty of this elevated view of the world, but the students, they were afraid. "Come to the edge," the teacher said. "But we're afraid," said the students. "Come to the edge, see the world below and all around," said the teacher. "We can't, we will fall, we're afraid," said the students. "Come to the edge," the teacher said. And so they came, and then the teacher pushed them. At this point, there are only two options for the end of this story, right? They're going to either fly or, well, they might die. Your teachers and I have been inviting you each to the metaphorical edge throughout this program, and you came. And yes, we also pushed you, figuratively, of course, a little bit, right? There were times when you flew, times when you began to fall a little. But today, we know just how the story ends for each of you. You flew. We always knew you would find your wings. Individually and collectively, you have soared. Demetra, as one of the first students of our program and our first graduate ever, you will always hold a special place in the history of this program and my memories. Your position working at Whole Foods grocery store made quite a stir with several LA faculty when you joined us. They're probably hoping for future discounts, right? When we were at our previous location. But you are so much more than just the student who worked at Whole Foods. Your desire and commitment to help other young people like yourself find the mental health care they need, both in finding the right match of provider and even just being willing to seek support in the first place, Demetra, it's beautiful. There was no one better to welcome new students into our program. You always seemed to know the wireless password, even when I didn't, and how to get to the bookstore, and you were always so helpful. You really helped build the community we all have enjoyed ever since. Thank you, Demetra, first graduate ever of the BA Psychology Los Angeles program. You did it. Agatha, even though I may never be able to pronounce your name correctly with my accent, even though you know I've tried for years, I've always had a soft spot in my heart for the spunky, caring, hilarious, and determined woman who started with us online, then moved to LA. And in LA, you became an important voice in our community. We went through some losses and pain together, and we also went through some beautiful beginnings with the birth of your daughter. And I've watched you continue to grow both as a person and as an academic. You are making your mother and your daughter proud. I know you will continue to find your path and be successful in your goals to help others, something I've never doubted since the first day we met in person. I'm glad you came to LA. Congratulations. Rachel, you are a formidable opponent, friend, and victor in Pokemon Go and really any academic endeavor. Taking a different stance, to stand unique and proud, and your willingness to express what is different, Rachel, that's your strength. It's never your weakness, it's your stardust. We all learn from it. The world of forensic psychology and the possible future incarcerated individuals you're going to come across, they're going to benefit from your courage. So in the words of Pikachu, Pika Pika, you've now evolved into Raichu and leveled up yet again. I can't wait to hear your words of wisdom in a few minutes as a selected class speaker this year. Helen is going to join us in a second, but she can watch this in recording. Helen, you joined our community for only a short time, but made quite an impact with insightful observations and a realistic perspective from which other students learned. You never deserved to be in the situation you were with the closing of another college, but I'm so glad you found us. Today, we celebrate that you achieved your dream of earning a bachelor's degree. Under your direct, tough surface is an absolute heart of gold. You can't keep hiding it forever. I know it, I see it, and it hasn't been an easy road that you've walked to get here, but you are here. Your growth as a student, even in the short period of time you were with us, was terrific to watch. Whatever path you choose to walk down next, you'll continue to find success. I'm sure of it. Congratulations, and finally. Tyler, as I told you already, the thought of what you have accomplished in your life, the obstacles you have overcome, the mistakes of your youth, which you've turned into learning experiences, which now propel your advocacy to empower and to protect the next generations, it's just simply inspiring. You bring a community uniting spirit and fantastic positivity to classes. In the face of so much hard-earned wisdom, you have found yourself and your purpose. You and your story affirm my belief in the power of education. I am confident that you will continue to touch the lives of others, just as you've touched the lives of your classmates. And thank you for reminding me why I am a teacher, heart, brain, and soul. May you always keep smiling and enjoy the promising road ahead of you. Thank you, Tyler. Although many of you are moving on, continuing to reach your goals and realize your dreams, you know how to find me. As always, well, yeah, you always knew how to find me, that's for sure. But as always, I am just a phone call, text, or email away. You helped start this program, and this community will always be here for you. Congratulations, graduates. Thank you for being the first graduating class of the BA LA program. You're looking amazing, and I couldn't be more proud. It's now my great pleasure to introduce our student speaker, Rachel Figueroa, representing the Bachelor of Arts in Psychology Department, class of 2020.
Hey everyone. All right. Please let me know in case my visuals get weird. All right. Well, welcome class of 2020, faculty, friends, and family. Thank you for making the time and being here today with us. Thank you to all the faculty members for guiding us through our journey. And class, congratulations on completing this difficult feat. First, I'd like to mention the Chicago School's mission and ideals. With the integration of theory, professional practice, and innovation, we are committed to service. We strive to understand and embrace the diverse communities that make up our society. Our school's interesting logo is made up of 4 rings to represent the following ideals: education, innovation, service, and community. I'll get to why these 4 pillars are so important and so relevant to us. When writing this speech, I kept thinking about a theme that encompasses us all. It honestly didn't take too long once I started reflecting on my cohort, and that theme is resiliency. The year is 2020. Our communities are suffering greatly. The media hovers over fears as the United States is dealing with the pandemic, floods, fires, racism, and systematic oppression. In all, it's been a really tough year. The American Psychological Association published an article on resiliency, where it states that life doesn't always go as planned. In quote, "We all face trauma, adversity, and other forms of stress. It may feel difficult and even a bit unfair to be happy in this moment, but we deserve it. I've never met a more resilient group than the class of 2020. Despite coming from several different backgrounds, we all strangely bonded. Yes, strangely bonded. We experienced a lot of obstacles and changes in our lives before enrolling at the Chicago School. There were a lot of moments where we may have felt lost, alone, and may have even wanted to end it all. But instead, we took those feelings and used them as our strengths. We bounced back and came back empowered each and every single time. 2020 may not have been what we wanted, but our vision always stayed out of 2020. We dedicated countless hours to studying while somehow still taking care of our families and even juggling multiple jobs at once. We made sure to keep the 4 pillars of our school close to our hearts. We collaborated and debated, enriching our educational environment with diverse perspectives. We all enter the field of psychology because we want to help our communities. We have accepted the role to provide an important service, even if we decide to reinvent the wheel while at it. I'm grateful and proud to have graduated with this cohort. We're all hard-headed, but we're all very passionate. I can't wait to see how our communities will heal while destroying a system of oppression. So everybody mask up, protect Black lives, and let's go change this world.
Rachel, what a timely and relevant speech. Thank you. My name is Danielle Sparandio, Campus Dean of the Los Angeles campus. It is my pleasure to announce that we shall now proceed with the presentation of candidates for degrees. Each candidate has been approved by the faculty and the Board of Trustees to receive the degree indicated on their diploma, subject to the completion of all degree requirements. I would like to invite Dr. Laura Fierro to begin the presentation of candidates.
Hi, everyone. I can't help but smiling. I'm really excited. So we will now present the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Psychology degree and spotlight each candidate as their name is read. Graduates, if you have not done so, please turn your cameras on at this time. We encourage you all to go off of mute and applaud our graduates after their names are read. First of all, I would like to present Miss Agatha Andrews.
Woo!
Yay!
Congratulations, Agatha. Hi, baby.
Thank you.
Next, I would like to present Mr. Tyler Baldwin.
Yay! Congratulations, Tyler.
I did it.
Next, I would like to present Miss Helen Cisneros.
Yay, Helen!
Hey, Helen.
Are you gonna clap? Clap, clap.
Next, I would like to present Miss Rachel Figueroa.
Yay, Ray!
Next, I would like to present Demetra Rochelle.
Woo!
Yes.
We also
Yes,
want
sir.
to quickly acknowledge our other graduates unable to attend today's ceremony. Mr. Brian Borrego,
Yay, Brian.
And
Miss Sarah Castro,
Woohoo.
Hey, Sarah.
Yay, Sarah.
Mr. Saras King,
All right, Sarah.
Oh,
Miss Michon Porsche. I'm going to mess that name up. I apologize, Michon Porsche.
Yay, Mishan.
Congratulations.
Now I would like to present Dr. Arteaga.
Well done. It's so great to see all of you. And a few had technical difficulties, but we got to cheer for them today. So they'll watch this recording, I'm sure. President Nealon, on behalf of the Bachelor of Arts in Psychology faculty of the Chicago School of Professional Psychology, I present to you these wonderful candidates who have been approved by the faculty and the Board of Trustees to receive the degree indicated, subject to completion of all requirements, and respectfully request that you confer upon them the degrees for which they are qualified.
Thank you. This is without exception the most wonderful thing that we do together every single year. Extra special this class of 2020. So here we go. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Chicago School of Professional Psychology and by the state of California, I hereby confer upon you the degrees for which you have qualified with all of the rights, privileges, immunities, and honors thereunto pertaining. You did it, and I hope that you are so, so very proud of yourselves. Take a moment to shout out loud.
Yay!
woo!
Yeah, we did it.
We still have a very special moment remaining, everyone. I ask that you raise your right hand along with me. Together, we're going to recite the oath of affirmation and diversity. You'll see the words presented on the screen. All professionals who would like to reaffirm the oath as well may also join in. I ask that everybody remain muted. I'm sorry, unmuted. I hereby affirm that I shall discharge the responsibilities of my profession in a manner consistent with respect for the dignity and worth of the individual, and that I shall strive for the preservation and protection of fundamental human rights. That I shall seek to increase knowledge of human behavior, to increase self-understanding and understanding of others, and that I shall use such knowledge for the promotion of human welfare. That I shall seek to embrace the profession's commitment to understand and respect individual and culture differences. That I shall diligently protect the welfare of those who seek my services, and that I shall use my skills only in the furtherance of human welfare and the integrity of the individual. And that I shall well and truly recognize the traditions and ethics of my profession, and that I shall subscribe to these traditions and ethics freely and upon my honor. As a representative of the Chicago school community, I hereby affirm to actively participate in this learning and professional community by embracing its commitment to understand and respect individual and cultural differences. As such, I will seek to gain knowledge of human difference, that I may increase my understanding of self and others, and I will seek to build an environment of mutual respect and inclusion where all are valued.
I get to have the honor once again of closing us out. So congratulations, class of 2020. I am proud and happy to welcome you to the alumni ranks of the Chicago School. Each of you has worked long and hard to get here. I just loved learning about your individual stories. I am additionally pleased to congratulate your loved ones, many of whom I hope are joining us for this virtual commencement exercise. I know the extent to which they have supported your dreams and how thrilled they are to share in your sense of accomplishment today. I know too that their dream for your future doesn't end here. You still have so many opportunities ahead. Graduation is always a time of celebration, a time to revel along with family and friends in all that you've accomplished. But never has there been more of a cause for celebration than this year. Those of you who are receiving your diplomas today have completed your education during one of the most, if not the most, challenging periods in your lives and in our world's recent history. Many of you have had to switch gears in the middle of your education and at a moment's notice and transition to a new learning modality. Even those of you who were already blended students had your lives upended in ways that we couldn't have foreseen just a few short months ago. Concerns about the coronavirus and about the economic upheaval that it brought with us, I'm sure, insinuated their way into the lives of each and every one of you, tossing new hurdles into your academic pathway. But you have persevered, and you are here today to celebrate the completion of this important step in your pathway to the future. As you leave the Chicago School, now and forever your alma mater, you will take with it the values that are intrinsic to our model of education, values that I hope have seeped as deeply into your soul as they have in mine, as well as the commitment to use your understanding of psychology to make this world a better place. Let's reflect for a moment on what education stands for. Your education, the degree that was conferred on you today, represents the knowledge and abilities that you have acquired, the insights you have developed, and the understanding that has come from being part of a supportive learning community that has intentionally challenged you to do your best and be your best. It stands for the goals you have set for yourself and the incremental achievements that have brought you even closer to their accomplishment. Your education has also prepared you to think beyond textbook scenarios or the ones that you have encountered during your various training experiences. It has prepared you to problem solve and to call on the knowledge you have amassed, along with the values that you have nurtured, so as to confront new challenges and unforeseen shifts in the world around you. As you take your place in society, grappling with unprecedented health and economic and social crises, crises that have altered our lives unimaginably and threaten to do so for the indefinite future, your skills, your values, and your compassion will be sorely needed. On the heels of COVID-19 and on the most unprecedented global call for social justice and equality, we have a second pandemic looming, and that is the exponential increase in mental health challenges that face the millions of people who are scrambling to protect themselves and the loved ones from the virus, while also trying to put food on the table or hang on to a job. Whether you will be working in schools or clinics, businesses, community-based organizations, the justice system, in private practice, you will have a significant role to play in the recovery of our country. Use your education well and know that the Chicago School will always be proud of the difference that you are going to make. Through diligent hard work and with big dreams for the future, each of you has become the graduate that we now congratulate and that we confidently send out into the world. It's a different world than the one in which you launched your academic career, but I have nothing but confidence that it will be a better place with you in it, putting Chicago School ideals and values into practice. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Nealon, for those words. As we draw our celebration to a close, I want to open the floor to any of our faculty. And I know several wanted to be here today, but were teaching or doing things like that. And on their behalf, I want to tell all the graduates that we are beyond excited. So many of them, Dr. Patrick, for example, Dr. Wooten, they wanted me to tell you that sorry they couldn't be here, but they just really are so very proud of you. And Dr. Madavi told me, Tyler, that she would cry if she was here. And I'm surprised that we're not crying right now. So I'm holding it together for you guys, all right? You know, I'm not a crier, but this is one of those days. But I want to open the floor to any of the faculty who are here, if they have any words of wisdom for the graduates as they move into their field. So I know Dr. Fierro is with us. Dr. Fierro, do you want to give some words of wisdom?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to have these couple of precious moments with our lovely graduates. I'm very proud of each and every one of you. We all had our own individual little conversations, our little sidebars and questions, and what do I do in this field? How do I get there? How do I get that funny hat? I want that funny hat. What do I do next? And we had numerous conversations about how we go about and just kind of make things happen for you. Hi, Eva. I see you just joined. And
I was actually here the whole time crying. So good thing you guys didn't have video. Now I compose myself. So sorry, Dr. Fierro.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. I love that spirit of openness, Eva, that you're sharing with us, because I think that's what we're all feeling, the pride and the amazement at these wonderful students to have really provided a lot of leadership and a lot of guidance, even to their underclassmen, the new students that are arriving. I've seen a lot of them just sort of talking in the hallways and giving pearls of wisdom and, you know, do this, do that, it'll make your life easier. And they're already showing that alumni spirit. I've heard from little birds, even as the pandemic is among us, you're still reaching out to new students. And I just love that spirit. It's just wonderful to see that you've grown into those graduates, those alumni, and that you're moving on to the next step. So I just want to let you know that as my future colleagues, you know, we're here to support you. The Chicago School will always be a part of your life. You can always look back, you can reach back. I always make jokes and I always tell you guys I'll be here as long as there's a wheelchair that can get me around, I'll be in this field. So reach out, and we're always with you. And I say that, I speak for all the professors and all the faculty and administrators at the Chicago School. We're always going to be with you, and you're always going to be with us. Each and every one of you have a very special place in my heart. So I just wanted to say congratulations again. Clap, 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 clap. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Fierro. Dr. Patrick, you were here all along, so please tell us some words of wisdom for our graduates.
I'm gonna try not to cry again, because now you can see my face. But I'm just so speechless. I was looking forward to this ever since you sent the first email to us, because I had the privilege of spending time with Dimitra and Rachel and Tyler and Agatha. And I mean, these people are so thoughtful, so have such inspiring values, always brought all our classmates to new heights of thinking and feeling. And your guys' presence of mind and presence of heart in the world is just, I'm so excited I already see you guys as colleagues, and I'm just so excited that you get to move forward, you know, alongside with me. I'm honored to call you guys my colleagues, truly, each and every one of you. You people are just phenomenal human beings, and I know you will make this world a better place for all of us. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Patrick. Are there any other faculty lurking in the kind of background that want to speak up? I don't think I missed anybody, and I know I said I wasn't going to give words of wisdom, but I feel like on behalf of some of the conversations I've had, I just want to share a few quick thoughts. You know, one of the things is several of you have moved on into master's programs, and I want to just share that the department chairs and the faculty in those departments have just really said how amazing you are. I think there might have been some skepticism, like, oh, you're a brand new program. Who are these BALA students? But you guys are rocking it, and actually some of the top students. And so, you know, for those of you who are in that next level and staying, you know, in the master's programs with us, it's been great. I keep hearing how amazing you are. So, and I knew it, duh. right? You know, you guys are amazing. But it's also really beautiful because every single one of you in the conversations and in the time I've gotten to know you want to help others. There's this theme, this pattern amongst all of you in different ways. You know, Rachel kind of wants to go and help incarcerated individuals and kind of kick their butt a little bit and get them on the right path, right? You know, and Tyler, you do so much advocacy already and have really stepped up during these times with the racial tension and everything, you know, and all of you, Agatha, I know you want to help veterans like yourself in the future. You know, all of you have said things about this. Demetra, you're already putting together websites and things like that to help other young people connect. You know, all of you are doing things already, and I just can't even imagine what the next step is. I know it's going to be amazing. And, you know, I know this is just the BA, right? But it's not just the BA. You've been in college now, several of you for years. I know we don't want to talk about that, right? How many years it's been for, don't say that to us, don't say that. But you made it and you've been expanding your mind throughout this process. You know, being college educated is more than just having a piece of paper or, you know, all of that. It's also just that journey. And I've been so happy to be a part of your journey. So I just want to thank all of you so much for being that first graduating class. It really is a big deal to me. And again, like Dr. Patrick, I'm trying not to cry because I'm not a crier and I can't let you guys see that, but they're tears. So I'm trying not to. But I want to thank again the faculty and all the administration, Dr. Nealon, Dr. Schultz, all of you here today, Dr. Spiriandeo, if I got that right. Everybody, Dr. Dodrill is here today as well, and Megan for organizing us all along with Rachel and everybody else. Ken, thank you for the IT support. Luckily, we didn't have too much stuff going on. And Nitran for the student support counselor representation. I love it. So I think I got everybody. Thank you all for being part of this. And I know for those of you who weren't able to make it, our undergraduates work and it's really difficult, you know, in certain positions to take time off. So I know a few of them were kind of heartbroken they couldn't make it today. But I just want you to know that we're thinking of you as well. And I've already told you a lot of great things about you, but you guys are awesome too. And so for those of you who are watching this on recording, I want to say congratulations to you as well. So again, thank you all for being here and sharing your time with us today. We be but small, but we be but mighty, right? So congratulations. So at this time, this concludes our celebration of the BA Psychology class of 2020. You guys got my
beginning the celebration. We're
beginning. Okay, beginning the
yeah.
celebration. Congratulations, everybody. Congratulations. Thank you for coming.